Okay, so this is Conan the Barbarian issue 31. This is the final part of this story, which, shockingly enough, I can't remember what the story is called. But anyway, last we saw, Conan had been confronted by the, is it Son of the Tooth? The assassin chap, anyway. Some militia guys turn up and basically, he's Son of the Tooth. Wow, I actually got it right. Some militia guys turn up and basically, oh, don't fight. We need to sort out. So this isn't, this isn't a militia big thing. This is much more dangerous than that. And old Toothy Man kills the guard. And apparently, as he's doing that, he sees this kind of spirit erupting from the guard, and the Tooth chap kind of manages to basically suck it up, and it looks like it either reinvigorates him or heals him or does something to him, basically, which I think is what kind of he was saying in his little preamble last time. And Conan's really having trouble actually coping with this guy. This guy seems to be equally a match combat-wise, plus with these additional kind of powers and stuff like that, it seems to be a bit of an issue. So yeah, he tries to push him into this boiling fireplace, or into these coals on this fireplace, and Conan turns it around and basically sinks this guy into the pot, and basically tries to drown him and boil him at the same time. That doesn't go quite as planned, and he has to kind of flee. And he sees this lass and basically says, you need to escape because he's just basically killing people indiscriminately. You need to get out as soon as possible. As he comes bursting through the door, they leap outside. And yeah, he's having major issues, and he's basically getting struck and cut and actually injured by this assassin chap. So much so that he effectively wins the battle. He's caused so much kind of death by 1,000 cuts, as it were, kind of so much damage with these knives rather than this big old blade that he lobbed last time. And he basically says that about, he could have he can throw the blade as a distraction. And it's like, oh no, if I did that, then I'd be weaponless. Anyway, so just as he's kind of lingering over him, ready to strike the final blow, Conan realizes this is the first time he's let his side down is in the moment of triumph, and as he's about to strike him, Conan just wakes up and whacks him under the chin, and then passes out, where he is like awakened by the lassie he managed to save outside the in the building. And I just noticed that looks like a very Barry Windsor Smith face. Interesting. So yeah. Meanwhile, he's dead, and as his blue lingering spirit leaves his body, it apparently goes to this Hope Woeful Eye is now awake. Now I don't know if that was a thing that was mumbling and rumbling back in the crossover. I think it was the end of the crossover, and this is all to do with that, or is this some other cosmic horror nasty that's going to drop down and try and kill stuff? And again, this is not that the problem with Conan, but he does have a lot of Cthulhu minions and type minions that kind of, but they're not actively trying to kill Conan. They're purely there as like potential bad guys. So it'd be interesting to kind of get some of these not necessarily resolved, but at least start seeing their influence on the world, and actually seeing what they're planning on doing. If this thing's awoken now, maybe it's going to start having a nose around and start empowering some bad guys. Anyway, I mean, again, if you have a handful, half a dozen of these after Conan, he's going to be in trouble. Obviously, we know he's not going to die because Conan the King, but still. So this again, that's the other thing that kind of does niggle me a little bit, is that we kind of know, because of these are out of sequence, we know he can't die. We know he can't. We know characters that are dead in the novels are going to be dead. Which is kind of why I'm slightly grateful that I don't know a lot about the novels, but I also know certain characters are dead. So if it was me, I'd be introducing new supporting cast where we don't know what their fate is, because they can die, they can live, or walk over the horizon and never seen again, and it wouldn't make any difference. Anyway, last week or week before, we had this release of Conan and Dragon Hero. I don't know who this is. I don't believe it's not a Howard-verse thing. I think it's a European character. So my opinion is it doesn't count in the continuity. I'm not going to spend my money on it. It's not worth the bother. It might be a decent story. It might be fine, but it's unless it's going to reference anything in this, then I'm only buying stuff that I'm actually going to actually counts or that I care about. So I can easily skip that, and it's not going to affect me one bit. So anyway. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm saying about this one so far. So I mean, 30 issues in, 31 issues in, we are, we're still decent Conan stories each month. Each thing's good. I just hope that we get a couple more of these 3-issue arcs. Actually, this one, ironically enough, when I was reviewing Savage Sword, I was saying about how the story is the same old thing. Conan meets a woman leads him away, betrays him, gets captured, whatever. This actually does not do that. So that was cool. So it would be really nice to hopefully continue this trend and have this be the kind of the standard from now on. We'll see. Anyway, that's enough rambling. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.